Now we're going to learn how to do stocking stitch, which is where you knit one row and you purl the next, and that gives you all of your V's in your knitting on one side and all of these bumps on the other. So I've just cast on 10 stitches. I've just done a few rows of knitting just to give us a little bit of a border, because the one thing about stocking stitch is that it does curl, so it's good to have a border at the bottom to make it lie flat. So you could do the same, just cast on and knit maybe 3 rows, and now we'll do a purl row. So the purl stitch is basically a reverse knitted stitch, so you do everything sort of backwards, which is why it's kind of difficult for people. So you put your right hand needle into the stitch at the front from right to left, so that your needles are crossing like this. Now with the yarn, you put it all the way over and around your right hand needle, and then you slide your right hand needle back, keep it touching all the time, push it through to the back, and there's your new stitch, and then you can just slide it off. I'll show you that again. As long as you keep your needles touching, you won't have a problem. So your needle goes in from right to left, the yarn goes all the way round. Now you pull your needle back, and we're just going to push it through. You keep it touching at the tip and push it back up the other side, and then slide your stitch off. So that's right to left all the way round. Slide the needle back, push it up, and slide the stitch off. Right to left, over and round. Pull your right hand needle back, push it under, and slide that stitch off. So I'll just keep going to the end of the row, so you can keep watching that. And as with knitting, you just don't want to stretch your knitting at all, so occasionally just push your stitches up so that you're not having to stretch the piece when you take the stitch off, and go all the way to the end. So now the big reveal moment comes. We've got to the end of our purl row, and if you turn your knitting over, you can see, hopefully you can see these V's now, and they're sort of stacked on top of each other. So if you look at an isolated stitch, say we look at this third stitch in here, you can see that round it there's a V there and another V there, and that's because we've knitted a row here, and then we've purled this next row. Now we're going to knit again, so that our V's will be on this side. So I'll knit along. You'll see. And there we are, and our knitting's building up, it's looking lovely. So I'll just refresh your memory at how to do a purl again, so you put your knitting back. Now we've got all our bumps together, so when you can see the bumps, you want to create more bumps on this side, so you need to purl. And in my lessons that we teach, everyone always talks about the fact that purls are like little bumps, so if you're looking at this side of the knitting, it's all bumpy, you need to purl. So as before, you put your needle in from right to left, yarn all the way over and round, pull your needle back and push it through there. Right to left, all the way round, back and through. There we are. So here we've got stocking stitch. So we've got a little bit of garter stitch at the bottom, and then from there onwards we've got stocking stitch. So we've got all the V's on one side and all the bumps on the other.